luckily.
I think that was quite a fourth quarter. Can you just take us through just the range of emotions and staying focused on the last drive?
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. It's not about, stopping them on the first drive of the second half. It's about winning every single play. And it doesn't matter how many plays it takes, win every single play. And that's what it was. I mean, once again, we played an ugly game, but we played so hard. We played with passion. And we made the plays in the fourth quarter. I mean, when you throw an up route to a guy who's dropped the ball for an interception and score a touchdown, Jordan Tyson, and then they go down, you get them to 3rd and 7, and you get a pass interference. I mean, we had four penalties on 3rd and 7 plus in the game. I mean, I'll have to go look at them that were absolutely catastrophic in the football game. They just killed us, and I don't know if they're all our fault, and I'll go look at that. And then, they go down and they score on a big post when we match an over route, and then our corners got to take the high on the post with the crossing route in one eye. And then we responded on the offense again, got the ball back over 2 minutes, and we can still run the football because there's 2:03 left. Pop a big run with that left because you can, and good job by our guys just executing, man. That was it. We just played the next play. We didn't get rattled. We didn't waver. We just responded.
What did you think about Sam's boy?
It's the man right here, baby. It's the man right here. Now I'm Bruce. Love you. Sam's poise. Very similar to Scat. I'm just kidding. No, Sam has unbelievable poise. I keep saying in here, like the dude's mindset is a professional mindset. I mean, he prepares every week like a pro. He shows up every day, and he's getting better and better and better and better. And today was he just did what we had to do. I mean, there are some things we'd like to have back early in the game, but when the game was on the line, he showed up. And that dude's that was his 5th start in college football. That's pretty exciting for ASU. It's pretty exciting for the Valley that was his 5th start in college football.
Michelle?
Coach, can you kind of talk about the 2 targeting calls? A, what did you think? Did you think they were targeting? And B, how that affected you guys and could affect you guys in the next game?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's the game. Those get reviewed, so that's not even the officials on the field that make those calls. That actually goes, basically gets outsourced to make those calls, so you can't even argue them or whatever. They look at them so much that it's either is targeting by the letter of the law or it's not. Whether me as the coach wanted to be targeting or the fans wanted to be targeting, whether you can prevent it from happening, I think a lot of those are you can't prevent Keyshawn's from happening. I mean, his head hit the ball, which also knocked it out. So, you could give him 7 points and not get targeting. I mean, I don't know what the trade-off is. And then at the end with Clayton, we were offsides. They usually let you play it out. They called unevading to the quarterback. So the quarterback scrambles left. Clayton doesn't hear the whistle. The quarterback doesn't hear the whistle because it's loud on 3rd down. The quarterback scrambles out and throws the ball. Clayton simultaneously hits him, and they throw a personal foul while they were both continuing to play a game and didn't hear the whistle because usually you play a defensive offsides, but they blew it dead. So it's to me, that's not on our play. Those 2 plays aren't on our players. That's just the nature of the game of football right now. You hope they don't happen. We can coach as much as we want, but those weren't violent penalties. Those weren't stupid penalties. Those just happened through the flow of the game, and it sucks because they're going to miss the first half of next week. And I wish there was different levels of targeting penalties, like malicious targeting penalties, and just targeting penalties that happen with the flow of the game to eject you. But that's not the rules.
Up front, Mike, and then pass the mic.
Coach, kind of piggyback off that real quick. I know that you said it's reviewed and it comes from up above, but do the refs give you an explanation? Because, like you said on Keyshawn's, it looked like his face mask was up and he just hit the ball.
Yeah, they, to be honest, I don't really ask. When things go pretty much outside of their jurisdiction, I'm arguing with the messenger at that point. Plays that happen live, I definitely want to know what's going on. Like the fumble at the beginning of the game on the punt where the whistle didn't blow. I wanted to know why the ball was not live. 1,000% I wanted to know that. The ball you didn't blow the whistle. They touched it. Blow the whistle if the play's dead. I wanted to know that. But targeting, once things hit the booth, it's I'm arguing with the guy who's back in a different state. There's no point.
And then on the fake punt, you think of obviously we need to work out, but can't use throw and players catch it.
We got it done. You know, we practiced it all week. We knew it was going to be there if we got a certain look. We got the look, trying to win the middle 8. We convert it, and then we fumble the ball. And it's like, golly, talk about like hitting a play to truly a double turnover. We converted that. Not only do we then have the ball, we prevented them from having the ball last. So it's really worth 2 possessions, and then we give it right back to them. And then we get a stop. We march back down and do it again. So kudos to our guys, man. Our guys played hard. Our guys played with passion, and we didn't play perfect. There's a lot to clean up. I mean, you can't get the ball inside the 40-yard line 3 times and come out with 0 points. I mean, that's really, really bad football. And to find a way to still win through all of that with all the third down penalties, whatever they were, right? All those third down penalties on 3rd and 13s that were whatever. And to be able to respond the way we did, kudos to our players, and glad I get to coach them.
Second row.
Hey, Coach, your offense was 0 for 4 on 3rd down in the first half, and then was 6 for 6 on 3rd down in the second half. What changed?
Nothing. To be honest, nothing changed. We just, caught the ball, and then handed it to Scat. I wish I could say we made this like drastic schematic change, but they didn't make any dramatic changes schematically. They were what we saw on film. We put together a plan. They played how they played. The plan was still there the entire game. We continued with the plan. This wasn't much of a chess match. This was our players versus their players, especially offensively. Coach called a good game, really good game. He had a really good plan. At the end of the day, this was about our players going and executing.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned since you've been at ASU the emphasis of activating the Valley, getting fans in the door at every game. Today's crowd was sold out, and Xavier talked about how it really affected the play, and fans don't even understand how much they mean to making the game happen or making wins happen. Do you have any knowledge of how you feel like that affects your players in the game every time you guys play?
Oh, it's huge. I keep saying it, but these are 18 to 22-year-olds. To think that your emotion and the crowd being sold out, they dreamt of this. Most of these kids grew up. I know people say NIL, they're professionals, right? This is a job, that crap. It's somewhat true, but it's not. These are still 18 to 22-year-olds that they run out of the tunnel, and they dreamt of it being a sold-out crowd and running through all the fans and people cheering, fire up the crowd. That is still real. That is still 18 to 22-year-old emotions. And when you're 18 to 20, some people are 24. Poor gay. But when you run out of the tunnel and you feel that, that's real, and it fuels our guys. And 3-0 at home, which is awesome, and it's a great start, and it's a lot to the fan base. So, I'm glad and I'm proud of the fan base for how they've shown up so far this year. And we got a big one on Friday night. So cancel your plans, right, and get back out here to the stadium.
Jordan in the very back.
Hey, Coach, what went into the decision to have Corsi keeper take extra points?
Yeah, our kicks were too low. We got 2 kicks blocked this year because we're not getting lift on our kick. It's not even our kickoff or our front. It's not even the unit. We're just bad op time, and the lift and the kick's not high enough. So you can't really do much other than put somebody else in who'll kick it higher. I wish there was a different answer, but that's what it is. Get more lift. Put a different guy in there, get more lift.
Got Sammy right here.
Coach, you mentioned how much the middle eight's important to you, and as you mentioned earlier, that when the team fumbles that, they get the stop and score a touchdown all under 2 minutes. How important was that for this one game?
Oh, it's huge. Absolutely huge. If you think about it, if we don't get that, we're down 10 in the 3rd quarter of that game, right? And that's the difference in the football game. If we're down 10, now you're down trailing 2 scores the rest of the game. That's difficult to overcome. Instead, we go down and score, and then they go and score to start the second half. We're only down 3. And how many points did we win the football game by? 4, right? How many points did we win the middle 8 by? 4.
Coach, this week you
That's yeah, bro.
kind of talked about wanting to do like a running back by committee. How do you think that worked out this week? Especially with relief back.
It was good. I think we kept Scat fresh for the end of the game, which was the goal. When we got to 11 minutes left, I said, "Hey, this is Scat time. Let's get him the ball here a little bit here in this 4th quarter. Obviously, still mix it up, but this is the time why we tried to keep him fresher and not have him play as many snaps. And I think that was probably one of the top 5 longest runs he's had here If I had to guess, I'm not a statistician, but I'm sure somebody could figure that out real quick today. But I would assume it's top 5, fresh, fourth quarter, and we had a few backs rocking today, which was good.
Chris,
Kenny, you mentioned that you didn't think you played particularly well. Third down defense, I'm sure was part of that. What else? And what do you think about the third down defense?
Yeah, third down defense was not good. Once again, it's an area where we got to improve on. Where we did improve was red zone defense. We got a huge stop there in red zone defense after the Keyshawn Elliott. It's really 2 red zone stops back to back. Keyshawn's was a stop, and then we had to do it again, and we got to stop again. So we really got 2 red zone stops there to start the second half. But we got to get better at third down defense, and we got to be able to finish drives on offense when we get into past the 40. Too many times we're getting past the 40 and we're not getting points on offense. Happened to Texas Tech on a 4th and 1 where we didn't get it. Then we missed a field goal tonight. Had 2 turnovers tonight in the plus territory, and one play can be worth 4 to 7 points, 3 to 7 points. And we had 3 plays on offense that literally could have cost us between 3 and 7 points 3 times. So 21 points or 9 points. And if we just are average in those scenarios, get half the points, 5 points, that's 15 points that we just kind of threw away or gave away. And it's a different football game.
Hey, Coach, Keyshawn, when he comes out, how does that change the communication cycle, and what are you going to do this week to prepare for the first half against Utah?
Yeah, Cyrus just goes in. That's it. I wish I could give you a better answer, but that's literally it. Cyrus goes in, he's got to talk, he talks. And, he was the team MVP at San Diego State last year. So he's got great leadership skills, goes in, first play, they run a boot to his side. He's in a bear defense, so he's the BCR player, boot counter reverse player, sprints up the field, prevents them getting outside, throws the ball in the dirt. Just execute. Hopped in, executed, did his job.
Jake, right here.
Coach, it was a tale of 2 halves for Jordan Tyson. How does that speak to his level of maturity and how his chemistry is running the same for his last 5 games?
Yeah, I gave him a game ball because that's what the program's about. The program's about the response. And, talk about a bad beginning of a game. He was about as upset as you could possibly be. And the fact that he could regather himself and go execute and finish with a positive attitude is everything that we're trying to build here.
Right here. Hey, Coach, right here. Congrats on the win. You guys are used to playing in a short week. What measures are you going to take as a coach to try to get your team ready on a shorter time frame?
Yeah, I had a plan. This was a tough game. I got to see how we feel. I'm also not stubborn, so I got to see how our guys feel. Unfortunately, we play a Friday night game, and Utah's off a bye, so I don't know how we got a schedule where we have 6 days and they have a bye week, but it's possibly the worst scenario you could ever have is have a short week when another team has a bye. So I don't know how that happened, but we're going to have to be as fresh as physically possible. It's all about being fresh for this football game because they're going to be fresh. The schemes and all that are obsolete to how our bodies feel and us playing this game really hard. And like I said, there's a lot of things that we didn't play well this week, but we played so hard. We played hard. I think everybody who watched the game can see how hard we played. And it wins. It's amazing how just playing hard with passion and caring, you find ways to win. And we found a way. And we're going to play again, and we got to find another way. And it's going to be a different way. You don't know how. We just got to keep finding a way.
Coach, you described this game as a sloppy game, but on the defensive end of football, what was the biggest positive takeaway you took from this game?
First and second down, stopping the run on first and second down. We did a really, really nice job. We had them to third down. I couldn't even tell you the amount of times. And we either bailed them out with some sort of penalty, right? Or we didn't match zone coverage that was supposed to be matched, and we give up a 15-yard stop route. Or we have a free runner at the quarterback in less than a second, and we get pass interference on a 3rd and 16. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot, and we got to clean that up. Our first and second down defense was really, really good. We got to clean up third down.
Coach, on that play, when the ball went from Jordan Tyson's hands, eventually you find it being a pick. He comes back to the side. What's your message to him?
Next play, he didn't mean to drop it. It wasn't like he was like, watch this, coach, put me in, throw that route, watch me drop that thing. That wasn't the plan, but he did. So what are you gonna do about it? Am I gonna yell at him for getting a personal foul? Oh, hell yeah, right? Am I going to yell at him for dropping the ball? No. Go make the best play. There's a reason you're in the game. It's because we trust you, right? The trust never wavered. I think that's the biggest thing is when you make those plays, that doesn't mean your trust we don't waver in our trust for you. It just means you got to go respond. And I think that's why I said I gave him a game ball is because it wasn't for his complete body of work. It was for his mindset of how we want our guys to respond, and he did that.
Blake, last one.
Nice. How are the Olympics? Nice.
You talked about you guys' first couple of weeks playing hard. You talked about coaches commending you guys for playing hard. And then the recent 2 weeks that hasn't been the case. You talked about you guys getting back to playing hard tonight. Where do you think you guys are in that identity as a team and getting back to winning?
Our guys tonight were we were back to more games 1 and 2. And I don't know if that's a home thing. And, the away games are just different for us. I don't know what the comfort level is, but our guys never wavered in the game. Even though it didn't go the way we wanted to on defense at the end, we still never wavered. Like, you never looked in the guy's eyes and felt worried, right, or felt a panic. And they played hard all game. Like I said, a lot of things to clean up, but we played hard. I don't know if that's a home thing or an away thing or what that is. I wish I could put my finger on it, but we definitely played this game today with an absolute passion. Our guys cared. Our guys flew around. And, yeah, were there still some dumb penalties that happened? Yes, but they weren't normal dumb penalties. They weren't malicious dumb penalties. We get a flag for spiking the ball. Usually you don't get flags for spiking the ball, but the ball bounced too high. That's legitimately the spike was too large of a spike, right? So it is what it is. I'm not going to get mad at our guys for stuff like that. We celebrated with each other. We played hard. We played with passion. We got to continue to do that.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, that's what you